What if, instead of buying the original iPod back in 2001, you had bought Apple shares instead? What about the iPhone or the MacBook? Well, today we're looking at the 8 most popular Apple products and calculating what they'd be worth if you invested in Apple shares instead. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Now, before we get started, let me be clear. This is just for fun. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy Apple products. We all love our iPhones and MacBooks. But what if we can go back in time and make a different choice? Stocks over stuff. This is all about exploring what could have been and how small financial decisions can make a huge impact later down the road. So let's jump in and see how much those Apple products will be worth today if you bought Apple shares instead. The first Apple product we have is the Apple iPod, which released on October 23, 2001 for $399. If you look at historical stock charts, you might see Apple's price listed as 26 cents on that day, but that doesn't mean Apple shares were literally trading at 26 cents back in 2001. This price is adjusted for stock splits and dividends, meaning that if you had bought Apple stock back then, your shares would have increased over time due to stock splits, making the original price per share look much lower today than it actually was. The next product is the MacBook Pro, released on January 10, 2006 for $1,999. It was Apple's first laptop to feature an Intel processor, and it was a game changer for professionals and creatives alike. Next up is the iPhone, released on June 29, 2007. The base model sold for $499. At the time, many people were skeptical about a touchscreen phone with no physical keyboard. After that is the MacBook Air, released on January 15, 2008. It was the world's thinnest laptop, with Steve Jobs unveiling it by pulling it out of a manila envelope. The iPad followed the MacBook Air, releasing April 3, 2010 for $499. This was Apple's first tablet, and while people weren't sure if they really needed one at first, it quickly became a must-have device. The Apple Watch released on April 24, 2015 for $349. This was Apple's first big move into wearables, and while some people weren't sure if they needed a smartwatch, it quickly became a must-have device for fitness tracking, notifications, and of course showing off that sleek design. The AirPods released on December 13, 2016 for $159. These wireless earbuds completely changed the game, making wired headphones feel outdated overnight. It took about 8 years for Apple's next big product to release, and now is the Apple Vision Pro, released on February 2, 2024 for $3,499. This was Apple's first mixed reality headset, combining virtual and augmented reality in a way that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. And finally, let's take a look at those totals. You would own 2,874 Apple shares valued at $678,000 today. That is amazing. Over the past 24 years, you would have spent $9,200 total on Apple shares. It's crazy to think about how much those Apple products could be worth today if that money was put into stocks instead. But of course, we all love our gadgets, and sometimes it's about enjoying life and not just investing every penny. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more stocks over stuff scenarios, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below on which product shocked you the most, or if you want us to analyze another company such as Starbucks, Tesla, or Netflix, please let us know. Thanks for watching, and remember, invest wisely and don't forget to enjoy the ride. See you in the next video.